Hello, fellow YouTubers. My name is Sarah Warren, and I'm a 19-year-old sophomore at Towson University. I made this YouTube video for the purpose of comparing various topics I've learned in philosophy to my deep passion for playing the piano. This first article given in class, called The Perils and Promises of Praise by psychologist Carol S. Dweck, is perfect for interpreting into my own aspects of music. Dweck explains that praising students' accomplishments makes them more confident and try harder. I think we can all agree that this is true. Dweck elucidates that there are two kinds of mindsets involved in learning, which are fixed mindset and growth mindset. A fixed mindset simply means that those particular students with this way of thinking believe that there are only two kinds of people in the world, the smart ones and the dumb ones, and there isn't any way of becoming smarter if you aren't already. This is absolutely ridiculous. Anyone can learn something new if they put their mind to it. For example, when learning how to play piano, you must constantly put in the effort of practicing. You can't just sit at a piano bench and magically know how to play the piano. You aren't deemed stupid if it comes hard at first, because nothing is easy right away. Sure, you might not be Mozart or Chopin or Beethoven or any of the following famous composers, but if you seek to be as great, or maybe not, you just want to learn how to play a little bit of music, you need to start with the basics no matter what, which are note names, key signatures, rhythm, measure, time signature, chords, and of course, knowing how to read music. I've experienced these issues before. In the article, Dweck talks about students that have a fixed mindset and they tend to hide their mistakes rather than announce them and try to learn from them. There were days where I'd go home from piano lessons wishing I'd simply asked my instructor about knowing all the key signatures. I pretended like I knew what my instructor was talking about because I was too embarrassed to admit I was clueless. You can't play a song and not know what you're doing, where your fingers are going and where they're moving and why you're playing the way you are. Another topic on fixed mindset that caught my eye was when Dweck states the following: students in the fixed mindset don't recover well from setbacks. An example of a setback in piano I have gone through is my way of learning. My previous instructors always told me to learn to play the piano with my left hand and my right hand separately and then put them together to make the learning process much easier. This was a completely terrible way for me to learn how to play the piano. My newest instructor explained to me the following analogy. In this case, 2 plus 2 does not equal 4. It equals 5. In other words, learning the left hand and the right hand separately and combining them does not work. It's just an extra step. It's more work than needed because now I'd have to practice it all over again and learn how to play them together, as if I'd never even learned the right hand or left hand at all. I should have just taken my time and played both hands together, tremendously slow, before eventually figuring it out. The key to success in piano, or any subject really, is confidence. You have to feel good about your accomplishments in order to get things done, because if you constantly put yourself down on the work you've put into something, you'll simply give up. With playing piano, as said before, it's all practicing. You can't simply play piano for 15 years, quit for 20, and expect to be able to play just as well as you used to. Playing piano isn't something you learn and it just sticks with you. You have to constantly keep practicing in order to maintain or heighten your skills with the instrument. I personally feel that having an instructor works best. Make sure you have an instructor that encourages you to be better. Dweck talks about how positive reinforcement helps students feel better on how well they're doing in class at one point in time, while the other students that weren't getting the confidence boost felt negative and weren't trying to get better. I felt terrible every time I made a mistake, and eventually I decided to take a break from piano because my instructors would be so hard on me and didn't give me any positive reinforcement that I was getting any better. So I just thought that, oh, I'm not going to get any better. I've reached my full capacity of learning, so I figured quitting was the best thing to do at the time being. Dweck talks about the brain being a muscle, exemplifying the following quote: "The more they exercise it, the stronger it becomes." When I started back on the piano, my finger strength was no longer existent. I felt as though I was back to square one with my piano skills. My teacher gave me various exercises by Hannon that I had done in the past to gain my finger strength. At first, practicing these exercises for more than a half an hour was absolutely painful, and my hands were completely tensed up and wouldn't move the way I wanted them to. But after much practicing, I've come to see that my confidence I'd gained and the hard work had helped greatly, and I've been doing so much better. Don't be afraid of failing. Believe in yourself, and you will succeed. Until next time, viewers, and thanks for watching. This is Sarah Warren signing out on Philosophy and Music.